With the rapid digital transformation, IT has taken on an important role in global energy consumption and carbon emissions. To address the challenge of reducing IT's impact on the environment, governments, regulatory bodies, and private companies have set ambitious goals and launched initiatives to make IT more sustainable. Various international organizations have recognized the need for sustainable IT practices and have set key objectives to mitigate the sector's environmental impact. The United Nations has defined the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs. Among these goals, SDG 7, Clean and Affordable Energy, and SDG 13, Climate Action, emphasize the importance of reducing energy consumption and carbon emissions in IT operations. To achieve this, the UN has promoted investments in highly energy-efficient digital infrastructures and the adoption of circular economy principles for hardware. In an effort to mitigate global warming, the Paris Agreement aims to limit global temperature rise to below 2 degrees Celsius, with the goal of keeping it within 1.5 degrees. The participating countries are committed to reducing emissions, including those related to IT, with initiatives that emphasize the use of renewable energy sources for IT operations and cloud computing. The European Union is at the forefront of implementing policies to promote sustainable IT practices and has been a driving force behind numerous regulations and initiatives in recent years. The most well-known and ambitious initiative is the Green Deal. The Green Deal aims to achieve climate neutrality by 2050, involving all sectors, including IT. The path toward this goal includes a sustainable digital transformation, focusing on low-energy technologies and reducing electronic waste. Another initiative proposed by the European Union is the Circular Economy Action Plan, or CEP, which aims to reduce the production of electronic waste by encouraging the design of durable, repairable, and recyclable IT products. As a means to achieve this goal, it introduces producer responsibility for the environmental impact of their products. Also, with the aim of reducing electronic waste, the Right to Repair Directive requires IT manufacturers to provide spare parts and repair information in order to extend the lifespan of products and ensure affordable repair services for several years after the product's launch. Finally, the Digital Product Passport provides detailed information on the environmental impact of IT products, helping consumers make informed choices. Manufacturers must make information about energy consumption, recyclability, and the origin of materials available on product labels. The lack of standards for measuring the environmental impact of an organization or product has led to the proliferation of numerous labels and metrics, which have often proven to be unreliable, negatively affecting consumers' trust in these tools. Inadequate measurement tools can mislead consumers, and companies may provide false information about the impact or environmental benefits of their activities. This practice is known as greenwashing. The European Union is taking measures to address greenwashing and protect consumers and the environment. The proposal on green claims was developed with this in mind and aims to create reliable, comparable, and verifiable methods of certification for environmental sustainability throughout the European Union. These tools make it possible to fairly compare the environmental performance of products and services and allow consumers to make informed purchasing decisions. Among the tools proposed by the European Union, for example, is the Ecolabel, a voluntary program that promotes goods and services that clearly demonstrate environmental excellence based on standardized processes and scientific evidence. This tool allows for the assessment of the environmental impacts of products throughout their entire life cycle, from the extraction of raw materials to disposal. Another important tool of the Green Deal is the Eco-Management and Audit Scheme, or EMAS. Its goal is to guide organizations towards circularity and reduce their environmental impact. In addition to government regulations, companies have launched voluntary initiatives to improve IT sustainability. Among these, the Net Zero Initiative requires participating companies to minimize global emissions and the use of non-renewable energy resources, acting on 3 levers in parallel: reducing direct and indirect emissions, helping others reduce their own emissions by financing emission prevention projects outside their own value chain, and removing carbon from the atmosphere through offsetting measures both within and outside their own value chain. Other initiatives focus on carbon offset programs, which, instead of aiming to reduce CO2 emissions in the environment, invest in projects such as reforestation and renewable energy to offset the emissions generated. Although this practice is very widespread, it is now often considered controversial. Regulations and initiatives for green IT are essential tools to guide and support the reduction of the environmental impact of the IT sector. By aligning IT operations with global sustainability goals, companies, governments, and citizens can contribute to a green and more sustainable digital future.